Oh,
This
no,
last
LDS garment rationing is a thing. Not water yet, but the garments.
No. Yeah, no, this is a big deal. And I was so happy. You know, our good friend Martine, she always is able to get things early that she sends to us. So I was able to read this article a couple days before it was actually out in the Salt Lake Tribune. But basically, garment rationing, right? And we're talking about the new styles. And that would be the tank top, and then a full slip tank top on top, and then a slip, and then also just a half slip from the waist down. So we all know what's been happening. And I've been reporting nonstop on this, right? You have influencers that are buying, 30, 40 pairs and then marking it up. We've seen all these TikToks. We've seen people, oh, my son, he's, at school in Germany. I'm going to get an order from me and all my aunts and uncles and maybe not uncles. The men's tank top garment, it doesn't seem to be as popular as the women's. People aren't racing to get that. But
are they actually scalping?
They actually are scalping. Yeah. I've been reporting on that.
Garments
Do you
of the
not
Holy
watch my
Priesthood?
segments? Yeah. Do you not watch my segments? Everybody
I
in the
watch
chat
them
knows.
fastidiously.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. You review and then you call me and correct my grammar, my spelling, and my delivery.
Only when it's essential.
I know. And you're making me a better newscaster. It's great. I
so.
love it. So anyway, we all know that these garments were supposed to be available Q4. I'm sorry, what church has quarters, right? I mean, come on. What religious organization has a Q4? The LDS church. And that starts in October. So I think a lot of people thought, oh, great, I only have to hold on until October. Remember when I reported about the ward where one person had a pair of the tank top garments and there was a sign-up sheet that you could sign up to borrow it for, like, say, a wedding or a family photo. This is how crazy this is getting. I don't know if everybody's paying attention, but here is the article. Sleeveless LDS garments are getting harder to buy even as the U.S. rolls out draws near. Sleeveless U.S. garments are getting hard. Okay, that just repeats that. So what they're basically saying is that they are now going to start restricting how many pairs of these garments that you buy. Because I'm going to, again, state my conspiracy theory. They never meant this to be a worldwide thing. When they first rolled them out, it was simply in hot countries, right? Mostly Africa, Philippines. People just noticed, hey, look what's available to these guys. Then suddenly their church is like, oh, yeah, sure. We meant for everybody to have those. And those will be out Q4, right? It just has all the earmarks of, marketing where it rolled out and it wasn't really supposed to be discovered. So this is why.
Yes, I'm glad they're rolling out the sleeveless garments just in time for the warm weather.
That's what I was going to say. You know what is really upsetting to everybody? These are not going to probably be out till November. Everybody is going to miss the slutty Halloween costume. It could have been a thing, right? Women wear really skimpy. Anyway, never mind. The girls know what I'm talking about. You could have done it with garments. Halloween, not going to happen. They're not going to show up probably till November now. And they're going to restrict 2 pairs of each style. And I don't know how they're going to do this. Do they check your temple recommend? Do they check your member number? How do they determine how many pairs you've already purchased? I don't know if anybody knows in the chat or has purchased garments recently and knows if they're checking. I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to monitor this. Do you guys have any ideas?
Member number.
Member
if your
number.
kids have member numbers, you can start,
Yeah, the last time I bought garments, I had to give a member number. I did not have a current temple recommend, but and what's the restriction? How often can you buy the 2 pairs? Is this forever? Oh, somebody, scissors, exactly. And I'll say that again. Take your scissors, lady, and modify them to match what is on the church distribution website. You're not changing anything that, doesn't belong there. You're just making them look like the approved style. So anyway, that's what's happening. And I think people are going to have to get more and more creative, maybe send their husbands in to get the garments. Could you go from distribution center to distribution center? That's why I think they might check your member number. I don't know how it's going to work in reality, but not really widely available. It sounds like, if even then, till November. So that's kind of sad.
This is like what happened when the church went from 3 hours to 2 hours every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I said it then, I'll say it again now. Never have so many Mormons been so happy to have less Mormonism.
Yeah, it's all about takeaway, isn't it? It's so many different areas. What do you think,
Bill? The more
Bill?
they take away, the happier the Mormons are.
Leave it up to these guys to try to control things. They're never going to not want to control things. Control is the name of the game in a high-demand fundamentalist religion, and wanting to let the people in the, Sahara of Africa be able to get these and then go, oh yeah, but we don't really want the Utah ladies getting. Cat's out of the bag, folks. One way or another, folks are going to figure out how to get them. But you leave it up to the church to try to keep controlling it.
Well, and I think that we heard some kind of statement, RFM, you and I were talking about this, that Jim Bennett, our good friend, had said that people are leaving the church over the tank top garments. And a lot of people
are leaving the church over the tank top garments.
Maybe it wasn't you that I discussed this with.
They're that conservative?
Yeah, well, no, it's not that. I think it's a combination of different things. And I think for somebody, say my age, if you were still in the church, it might just point out to you how frivolous everything was. What did it even mean? What did I do this all for? All these years.
Because those sleeves, those ugly sleeves, which are really common for guys, those are real pain for women. And they have been for a long time, haven't they?
Exactly. But I think what men don't understand about the garment and the modesty is all the fights that mothers and daughters would have. All the times you would have to say, oh, I can't be in your wedding because I'd have to wear something, it's a lot. And it has to do with the relationships and modesty and how you feel about, your body and everything. And I think maybe people my age would just go, God, really? What was it all for? It's kind of like if they were to give women the priesthood, I feel, and I've talked to a lot of people who say a lot of people would just leave and say, well, what was that all for? It just points out how, the flip-flop, the back and forth, how transient everything is. Now, for younger women, here's the reason I think they would leave. And I've seen this on TikTok. I posted about this one influencer who she was just grinning and dancing in a denim dress. And she said, I just feel amazing. I feel wonderful. Look at me. I'm so free. There's the key. It's the genie out of the bottle. As soon as you sort of take control more of, your own body and how you can dress, there is a freedom to that. Who knows what you might do next? You might try coffee, right? Or you might eventually just realize, again, what was it all for and why? So I kind of agree with Jim. I think the genie's out of the bottle.